Hello guys, so this is me re-recording my introduction to the other side. Yesterday on Twitch I had my first stream and unfortunately I forgot to turn on video on demand recording and storage. So this is why I'm re-recording it. The upside is, it'd be much more concise and I share my insights that I had yesterday and today with you. Okay, so enjoy. Thank you. So here we are in our headquarters. Obviously this is where our contract personal equipment is. Mind you that this is your personal equipment and this is where you take everything that you need for the contract. The main operations is being done from this laptop. And yesterday my stream I choose the TOS training. Be aware that TOS training as of the current version, which I will later add in the description of this video, only shows the cleanse training. So yesterday I ran the cleanse training twice, thinking this would enable the identify training. It doesn't. So cleanse training, we can briefly step into that, but I won't go through everything there. Instead, I would take you on the first novice mission. But let's continue first with everything else. This is obviously, this is the vehicle. This is where you start the mission. And yeah, let's go. So just to give you an overview of the training mode. If you have been a Phasmophobia player, you will know many of these items that we see here. But there are some surprises really, so let's take this with no instruction. Okay, so here are a few items. This is the crate that you have in your car. This is the affixer crate where the affixer is. This is something that is used for cleansing and, say, identifying the traits and signatures the ghost has, so you can start cleansing. Many of these items you should know already. So there's EMF, there is the thermometer. Here we have the ultraviolet stains, which, by the way, just to show you, these look quite different than they do in Phasmo. So this is level 1. This is level 2. It's larger, but still not very distinctive. And this is level 3. This is when it gets really obvious. Okay, next item we have radiation. This is basically a Geiger counter, just so that you can hear it. This a little bit, very few. This is quite a bit more, as you see, obviously. And here we have level 3. This is the highest. Why are these levels important? Later on during the cleansing, if you use the affixer is, you need to record the highest level, otherwise the affixer will fail. Here we have writing. This you probably also know from Phasmo, but here we have just something like this. This is a mere scribble. In level 2 we have something that you can really recognize, and level 3 has legible words. Audio. you can try that for yourself in the tutorial missions. There are 3 distinct levels of audio. And here is where you can check out the affixer. As I said, the affixer is prerequisite for cleansing. Once you have a successful affixer reading, so to speak, then you can start cleansing the house of artifacts that the ghost is tied to. Okay, but let's stop this here. I recommend for everybody who is new to the other side that you do this training mission here. But let's go back to HQ. And I will show you on the laptop again what other specific contracts you find there. So contract-wise, if we want to start a contract now, we have different locations, obviously. Then we have the contract type. So identify is what you probably know from Phasmophobia. And cleanse is what the tutorial mission is about. And yeah, survive the night. I don't do that right now. So yeah. So if you are a Phasmophobia player, then you will be very familiar with the contract type identify. If you are a newbie to ghost hunting games, you probably should also start with identify, because that's the mistake I did yesterday in my stream. I started immediately with the cleansing mission, which is not a good idea, because if you have things wrong in the affixer and the scan fails, this will immediately start a hunt. Okay, so let's choose contract identify. We stay on difficulty novice. And we still need items. So here in the equipment store, you will always have, for $0, you will always have the loaner package. And the loaner package contains enough items to go on the identify mission, at least for the novice ones. Okay, so let's go to our equipment, as I showed you earlier. Let's pack in the car the loaner package and hop into the car. Okay, so let's travel to the contract. Also, as a Phasmo player, I should tell you that the first novice map is quite a bit larger. At least it feels like that in terms of square space. Is quite a bit larger than Tanglewood in Phasmo. Okay, so let's grab our stash, take the loaner package and drop it somewhere here. Open it. So we take our thermometer, which is always a good idea. We take the spirit box. No, I don't take this first because this sound is irritating. EMF reader, and let's take a Geiger counter. Okay, by the way, if you did the tutorial, you know that you can pull up your cell phone with the tab key. Why is this important? Because at first in the loaner package there's no extra torch. So use your cell phone press T for enabling the torch, and off you go. Also, I will enable the Geiger counter, because this will stay on while you walk, while it's on your belt, so to speak. Be advised, though, that this also means that you have to turn it off once you are in a hunt, which hopefully won't happen now. Okay, and yeah, let's go. Take our readings. Oh, one thing. So obviously we need to escape the hunt and identify the ghost type. Where do we do that? You go back to the contract guide, and it will let you know what you need to do. So you gather your equipment, you listen for interactions. They can be anywhere on the map, not only in the favorite room. And you can investigate those interactions to get an idea of what type of interactions the ghost is doing. Then you document it in the identifier app, which I show you. And then you relocate the ghost's favorite room. If you are a Phasmo player, you know exactly what that means. Identifier. So this is basically the journal where we can mark or exclude certain types of evidence. Last time I was wrong, because it's also level dependent. So let's say, for example, EMF needs to have a full reading on the EMF meter to be considered evidence. Okay, so let's put this away. And let's get into the map. Oh, just to let you know, jump scares are quite frequent here. Okay, so let's see. This looks all normal. Nothing specific here. Oh, and also here, from what I learned yesterday, sanity and darkness. Our sanity, what you can see, is basically our pulse meter that you see here. Now it's still normal, like 81. So sanity will drain, from what I have learned yesterday, just like in Phasmo. Okay, but this looks all... Ah, there you go. Okay. So much for jump scares. No, not that. What could also happen is that the ghost frequently follows you. I mean, literally, it follows you around. And from what I heard from a friendly person yesterday, that in here in the other side, it takes a while for the ghost to settle to a room, to his favorite room. Unlike in Phasmo, where I feel it's the other way around. It starts in its favorite room and eventually will start wandering around, depending on the type of ghost. Okay, so yeah, something moved here, but I don't have... Oh yeah, turn off the light again. Thank you. Okay, what the ghost also does is, at least I found that in this introductory mission, it will frequently pop the breaker, at least in my experience. So in this map, We find the breaker in the garage, which is through here, through the kitchen. Okay, by the way, garage. No. Kitchen. Nothing here. Let's open this one. Cupboard. Leave the door open. We probably might need it. Okay, let's leave at least this light up. Okay. Not here. Okay, so as you see, these are quite a couple of rooms. So far, no room stands out. As being the ghost room. Don't you love these number of rooms? Okay. No, nothing stands out so far. This is probably a cupboard. Yeah. Cupboard, sorry, closet. Hey, you turned on the TV. Well, thank you. Okay. I don't have the UV with. Check. Door. So personally, I find identifying the ghost here not too easy, because it's really, I find it's really difficult to say how valuable one type of evidence really is, right? Like, in between you hear the Geiger counter. It's indicating sometimes something, but it's really difficult to say whether it's really an evidence. So, nothing really stands out. Turn off the radio. Nothing really stands out. It's difficult to have really. Oh, by the way, you see our pulse 100. We don't have meds with us. We have a couple of meds in our loaner package. It's just one dose, so I'm not using this now. We might still need it, actually. Because if your pulse gets too high, that means your sanity is too low. You're too stressed. And that is when, just like in Phasmophobia, the ghost is likely to start a hunt. Okay, here we have some... Okay. There you are. Thank you. So definitely we have radiation. Radiation it is. Does this mean we also have EMF here? No. Okay, this is the ghost room, luckily. So let's put our book here. Let's put it on the floor to see if we get some writing. There's no EMF here. I'm tempted to think that we don't see EMF. Okay, we have a slot free, so it's in the garage, so let's just leave the EMF here. That too. Temperature is -11, so that is definitely freezing. Which leaves the wisp, the echo, and the boot. I don't really know. Boot. So let's leave those here. And gather some more evidence. Nothing in the book. Hey. So what's our pulse? Okay, spirit box. Let's check for UV in the garage, and also let's take our 1 dose of pills. Pulse is 102, that could still suffice. So... Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. You hear the Geiger counter? So that's definitely one piece of evidence. Okay. Are you here? You want to say hello? Hello? Are you here? No? Well, then don't. UV. Any UV evidence? Anybody? No writing? I feel like the ghost should have been writing something in the book. It didn't, so let's just check off writing. So it's either a wisp or the echo. Wisp, echo would be UV, and wisp otherwise. So even on the novice level, from what I found, it's not really always clear cut.
Do you want to play?
Okay. That sounded like Spirit Box. Or was the ghost just talking to me? I don't know.
No, don't come to my house.
Okay. So either I'm hallucinating, or this really came through the spirit box. Actually, right now I can't tell. Well, okay, let's do it this way. Assuming we have audio, that would leave the wisp. So I'm just guessing here. So let's mark the wisp. I don't know why it's marked in red. Let's check. Looking spirit, folklore, guiding light, blah blah blah. Holy water seems to keep the wisp at bay. Okay. So let's assume it's a wisp. And let's pop our pills too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do is get back to the truck. Get out of here and assume that we marked the right thing. We will see. Since this is my second mission, really, I'm not too sure about myself, but we'll see. Okay, lucky us. We identified the correct ghost type. First successful mission. Favorite location, garage. No multipliers. Yeah, some deduction because we had a loaner package. Show evidence in intelligible phrases in the audio, thermal, frigid, and intense radiation, which we saw. Oh, by the way, you see the levels here, right? If you do a lot of identify missions, it's good to remember the level and which level is what, because you will definitely need that in the cleanse missions. Okay, close summary, and we are back in HQ, hopefully with a bit more money than we had before. So thank you for tuning in. This was my first successful mission, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and see you soon.